Good afternoon to those who listen. It is May 19, 2018, 12:12 p.m. And I tried to do the video where all the signs stuff that's been happening since the eclipse happened last year, and I wasn't even halfway done and it was over 30 minutes. So I'm going to have to just like really give you just highlights, I guess. All right, so lots of signs. Of course, earthquakes. Earthquakes are increasing. If you look at all magnitudes of earthquakes, in a week's time, it's an average of over 3,000 earthquakes in a week. And there's been 50 to 100 earthquakes per day average that are magnitude 2.5 and greater. So there's a lot more if you take the magnitude out, but a lot of moderate earthquakes, nothing really huge. Lately, we've had a lot of big earthquakes since the eclipse last year, so that's that. And volcanoes, again, I want to stress the volcano part of this. Normally, in a year's time, normal average yearly totals for volcanic eruptions would be 50 to 60 volcanoes erupting per year. And now, in the last year or two, we've had 50 volcanoes erupting per day. So that's a huge increase. 50 to 60 per year is now 50 per day. That's insane. And, you know, we've had a lot of big volcanoes erupting. And I don't even know. It's going to be hard to do. I'm going to try to make this as short as possible and try to cover as much as I can. There was a dance group, Diavolo, on America's Got Talent, and they did they did a bunch of performances, but there was two performances that stood out. One of them, I believe, was the semifinals. And you can look this. It's Harry Styles had a song on, that they used their song on their Time of the Signs. Sign of the Times. And in their background, they had volcanoes erupting. A bunch of volcanoes erupting. I don't know if they were like predicting or that there was going to be all these volcanic eruptions. And then they showed the pyramids. I don't know how those relate. I don't know if this message has any bearing to anything, but I thought to me, I just noticed it, and it was like I did all these videos on it. Back then, I wasn't even on YouTube. I did them on Facebook. But crazy stuff. And I remember I got in trouble, and they deleted them off of my channel, off of my YouTube page, or my Facebook page, sorry. But they showed all these volcanoes erupting. They showed the pyramids, and then after that they showed the planet Jupiter and another planet, which was an unknown planet, which I'm assuming was Planet X, colliding with Jupiter, and they exploded. Now, and then, I don't know, it was just weird. So it was memorable to me. It just seemed like they were trying to say something. The video after that, they showed New York City all lit up, and then they showed all these waves, like big tidal waves or tsunamis or something, and then the whole city was completely dark, like there was a blackout. And at the time, there was, the talks with North Korea going on, and an EMP, North Korea launching an EMP against New York. Never happened, but who's to say it wouldn't happen in the future? There's so many things. There's AI, and then the Facebook stuff, the net neutrality. I am so unorganized. The wildfires in California, was that a directed energy weapon that was used, maybe 5G, to create those fires? Or I had a theory back then that maybe it was underground volcanoes that were erupting underground. Because if you remember, there was a lot of trees that got burned from the inside out. I don't know, that was just another theory that I had. God, Sophia the robot, AI, all the hurricanes that happened, and Ophelia was headed for the United States, and then it made a U-turn and went for Europe and the UK. And if you remember, there was all the red sun and all the orange sky, pink sky with all the dust, which was iron oxide from Planet X. It had to be, but they said it was sand from the Sahara Desert. Now, I say they're lying on that because I think where there was a pole shift or a earth wobble at that time too, because it was coming right straight for the United States, but then suddenly turned. Now they say that the Sahara Desert dust came through the hurricane, and then that's what everybody saw. I don't think so. If you remember, the hurricane formed out near Africa, and it came towards the United States, and then it turned back. It took over a week before that hurricane hit the UK. So you're trying to tell us that the Sahara dust went, all the way across the Atlantic Ocean towards the United States, but then turned and went all the way back to the UK. 7 days' time, that sand's still going to be in that hurricane? I don't think so. So I think that was just a lie that they said. We've had a lot of fireballs, not lately so much. Darn it, I had something I was going to say. Oh, the Mississippi River. I don't know about how it is lately, but there was like record low levels of the Mississippi, places of the Mississippi that was just drying up right along the New Madrid fault line. And, I'm going to be dealing with the New Madrid fault line when I move back to Iowa, but then I won't have to worry about the supervolcano in Yellowstone, because I think that would be a worse fate than the New Madrid earthquake happening. I gotta keep pausing. We had animal die-offs, birds just dropping dead out of the sky, all this sea life that was washing ashore. Just weird, crazy stuff with that. Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, the Amtrak train wreck, the magnetosphere is collapsing. Way back in December, I was reporting that. And now we have a crack in our magnetosphere, and that could explain some of the heat waves and people burning skin. If the UVC, UVB rays are coming through stronger, it would definitely affect people more. The Schumann resonance, that's been off the charts here and there on certain different days. Obviously North Korea, and this has been strange. Trump and Kim Jong-un were just trading blows back and forth, calling each other names and stuff, and he was so defiant, and then all of a sudden he wants peace, and now he's going back again against the United States again. You know what though? That was just the last part of last year. Everything that's happened since January, I haven't even talked about yet. And there's so much stuff that happened, it would take too long to do this video. So I'm going to have to organize all my notebooks and get all the information all together in one book to be able to do this. But I'm sorry, this didn't turn out like I thought it was going to. It's going to wind up being way too long, so let's just end it here. But just to say that there's been so many things happening with world events, and again, I forgot to mention even the weird, wacky weather that we've been having. All the hurricanes, volcanoes, earthquakes, floods. There's like floods everywhere, and we're talking flash floods where there was one where it said it rained 9 inches in 9 minutes. That's insane. So, if you want to see extreme weather, watch Narad King, World of Signs. He shows extreme weather all over the world, and he does it on a daily or bi-daily, every 2 days. He puts out a video, and it's just amazing extreme weather from all around the world. And I really believe that if people knew, because our news isn't reporting it, I would think if people knew all this extreme weather that was happening all around the world on a daily basis, they would really freak out and say, hey, there is something happening. There is something happening. And there really is. But, sorry, I'm going to have to do that. I get my live streaming back in a week. So maybe I'll do a live stream of all the weird stuff, and we can just discuss it all together, because I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that I don't have, that I put in my notebook, or some stuff I forgot even, that people could remind us of, and just show the other stuff that they might have found that happened just since the eclipse happened last year. Jeez, this is long. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I guess I will do this again on a live stream when I get my live streaming back. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. God bless.